first myth today came via request, and it's the claim that the chorus to the Rolling Stones song Wild Horses actually came from something that Marianne Faithfull said to Mick Jagger right after she came out of a coma. The long-standing love affair between the two throughout the end of the 1960s is legendary, as is her ability to generally turn a phrase and her drug problem at the time. The details on this one go back to July of 1969 when she flew to Australia to join Mick Jagger on the set of the film Ned Kelly. At that point, their relationship was really in its final phases, and there's no doubt that both of them were aware of that reality. And only a day or two after she arrived, she ended up in a coma after overdosing on sleeping pills. As the story goes, when she woke up from the coma, Jagger was there, and that's when the phrase was said. Well, to be honest, this is as much a myth as you can possibly find because even who said it is in question, and there are some solid facts that completely destroy this claim. To understand why this is false, you pretty much only need to understand how a number of really famous Rolling Stones songs were written, because this is probably the second most famous song that has the lyric combination of Keith Richards doing the chorus and Mick Jagger writing the verses. In the case of Wild Horses, Keith Richards' longtime girlfriend had just given birth to his first child, and he had to leave shortly thereafter to go join the Rolling Stones on tour in the United States. So if you look at the choruses, you can certainly see Keith's words coming across, and they make a lot more sense that way. And even if you don't know that that's how the writing credits fall in this song, the fact of the matter is, on many occasions, both Mick and Keith have confirmed that that's where the song came from. So yeah, the coma story is more dramatic and maybe romantic in a way, but it's just not true. Our second myth today is a bit of an odd one, and it also came via request, and it speaks to the claim that 50 Cent was actually sued for using the phrase "It's Your Birthday" on his big hit In the Club. Believe it or not, this is 100% true, but it's not exactly what you think. It's well known that the song Happy Birthday is still under copyright law, and you're actually supposed to pay for it anytime it's played in public. But when you think about it, the song in question doesn't actually use the phrase Happy Birthday. In this case, 50 Cent was actually being sued by former 2 Live Crew manager Joseph Weinberger, as he claimed that 50 had ripped the phrase from the group's song Still a Freak for Life. After a very short time in court, the judge completely dismissed the case, saying that the phrase "It's Your Birthday" is very common and therefore not subject to copyright laws. But when it comes down to it, it's still true that 50 got sued. For our final myth today, I want to talk about the claim that there's a band who once wrote a hit song that was made to do nothing more than make fun of Bob Dylan. Keeping this one simple and to the point, it's completely true, and you've probably heard the song dozens of times. The song in question is Stuck in the Middle with You by Steelers Wheel, and it cracked the top 10 back in 1973. The vocals on the song, sung by Jerry Rafferty, are very Dylan-esque, and it's done on purpose, as the entire song was done to poke fun at Dylan's overall sound and the somewhat paranoid lyrical content of a number of his songs at the time. The most obvious indication of the song's true intent is the line "Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right," as those are two terms Dylan uses all over his lyrics to make blanketed statements about large groups of people. The song would be one of Steelers Wheel's only high points, but the fact remains that it was written to make fun of Bob Dylan. So those are the myths for today. Be sure to check back here every Thursday as I delve into some of the coolest stories in music history, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.